Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another build video for the Elder Scrolls Online. This is again a PvP build, and it's again a unique build and quite fun. It's so fun that you get people messaging you bitch in the morning that you just stole their kill. So this build is aptly named the Kill Stealer. Right, so let's talk race first. Personally, I think a wood elf is best for this because of the proficiency with a bow. But if you prefer using weapons over range, then you can go with whatever you want. A Khajiit would probably be better, or a Breton. But I never had a wood elf, so I created a wood elf, and I quite like it actually. So we're sitting on 1,250-ish mag recovery, nearly 2,000 stam recovery, just over 4,000 spell damage, nearly 5,000 weapon damage, 37 critical damage, and nearly 9,000 penetration. All that's impressive, but it don't really count for diddly squat. So you want all your stamina points, all your attribute points in stamina, apart from 4, which I just put in Madge. We'll go over the gear now. Right, so the idea for this build is just to steal people's kills. And you do that by using the Gladiator set. This is a craftable set. So what it does is critical chance, weapon and spell damage. You gain 1,411 weapon and spell damage against your targets who are below 25% health. That is very important. So for that one I have had Nirnd, which increases my damage by 14%, and a weapon and spell damage glyph. Then you want the same on the jewelry, but you want them bloodthirsty. So you want it bloodthirsty because when they're under 90% health, it does more damage. So you want that with weapon damage glyphs. I'm personally running a 1 bar because the 2 bar never seems to work, and I find the 1 bar a lot easier to use. So I'm using a 1 bar. With this set, I'm also running Sheer Venom. So with Sheer Venom, all you have to do is an execute ability, and it adds nearly 6,000 poison damage over 6 seconds. So that's close to 1,000 poison damage per second, and it deals 100% more damage if they're under 100% health. And as I'm running a 1 bar, I just need a 1 bar monster health. Now this can be whatever you want it to be, but as you want to focus on damage, I'm using Balrogs, all medium, and this is good, but you can trade it out for other items. Yeah, if you can get it gold, that'd be ideal. Right now the gold materials are rather cheap, about 3,000 to 4,000 each. Apart from the jewelry, of course, that is insane. Talking like 400k just to gold out one item. That's why no one does it. You can use potions if you want. Poison, sorry. There's a wide variety of whichever ones you want to use, but you just got to be careful that they are effective, because if you're using a 1 bar, some of the poisons may not work as well with your 1 bar build, so just be aware of that. Your potions that you want to be using is essence of weapon power. It's very good. And champion points are pretty standard. There's nothing that deals damage under a certain amount of time, so you really just want clarity, rejuvenation, fortified, and balanced vitality. Then you want Master Arms for the weapon damage against a single target, because you will be doing single target damage. Direct damage, sorry. Then single target by deadly aim, damage over time with Thermitage, and Raffle Strikes, which increases your weapon spell damage. Moving on to the green tree, it doesn't really matter, but the stealthiness really comes in useful. The skills I use is Lethal Arrow, Resolving Vigor for the heal, Poison Injection, Magnum Shot, Shadowy Disguise, and Toxic Barrage. Now I will show you a bit of gameplay with this. Now you're not always going to guarantee to steal the kills, as there are quite a lot of tanky players, and if you're up against a Dragon Knight, they could probably heal from like pretty much being dead to full health in one heal. So with Dragon Knights is kind of a tricky thing. So yeah, with Dragon Knights kind of a tricky thing. So I would say try and avoid them unless you can guarantee to get the kill. And we're going down to Ash. I do apologise, my tune is not the fastest because it's a new build. But this, I actually do like this. Because the champion points don't really count for much, you can use this very well in Battlegrounds. And the amount of hate mail I get from this build is unreal. Because you can finish Battlegrounds, you're sitting on like 32 plus kills. And everyone just like, hold on, I'll just don't damage you and just storm me kill. It's really, really fun. It's put a set that I wanted to use for a long time to work, and yeah, it's just, I really, really do enjoy this, because it's not just for the messages you get off people, although that is amazingly hilarious. You just get a lot of AP as well, because you get into kill, but it is very situational. That you've got to wait until they're on that low health. So what I do is I use the Magnum Shot to knock them back. Then I use my, I think it's called Lethal Injection, Poison Injection. So I use Magnum Shot to knock them back, and then I do this. It's the Execute, which activates the Sheer Venom, but they don't have to be on low health to get the Sheer Venom to work. You can activate that on full health, just as long as you're hitting them with the Execute. Let's just go to this lumber and try it on some NPCs. Knock back, Execute. No. What's annoying about this game is the guards can see you even if you're invisible. So what you want to do is, when you're doing this, if you're new to PvP, check out the guards, the mage guards first. So I'm invisible, and what? They're going to hit me through the wall here. Backup showing up, which is good. You do get some decent numbers on this. And I didn't use my ultimate, didn't use my pot. that was just like standard issue, bang bang. And if you're on a lumber as well, you should do more damage. That is if you've got the right passives. Right, so if you have these passives, you'll do more damage on lumbers and against players. Now, in PvP, if you're new to it by the way, you always want to capture the lumber before you attack a key. Well, it's kind of situational really. Capturing a lumber takes health off the door before you start sieging it, so it's very useful. When it comes to food, by the way, I forgot to mention this. There are varieties you can do. This thrown one is not as good as it used to be, but ghastly eyeball, pretty good, but it gives you no health or stamina. The Jewels of Misrule is pretty good, but doesn't actually give you health or stamina, it's just recovery. And yeah, they all have like their pros and cons. So I use the Jewels of Misrule, but yeah, each to their own. I'm sure you'll be able to find one that suits you best. Depends what you personally are lacking, like if you're suffering with sustain, or you're suffering with health, or whatever. Right, let's stand on this ramp, help the team out. So you got to be careful when you're doing this as a Nightblade, because you're squishy. You'll be the first to die because you're on such low health. Your resistances are pretty much non-existent, and if you get blown up, you're taking the team with you. So what you want to do is stand in a corner, block. Activate any synergies that come your way. Right, this NPC's on low health now. Execute. If you want to be a vampire, that's completely up to you. As when you come out invisible, you do more damage, but you don't really want to be coming out invisible. You want to be doing invisible. So you might want to be a werewolf actually for this, as it increases your overall weapon damage by 18%, and that stacks with Nirnhorn, which increases your damage by I think total 14% when it's golded out, or 15%. It really does stack, and it's pretty useful. A lot of people neglect werewolves nowadays. You want to check out the mage gods straight away? Because we're squishy, we kind of don't want to stay near the door now, because we're on the inner. So what I want to do is protect the front door from people coming through. Here we go. Now this guy's called Natural Cheater because he actually does mod the game. I've been told he's been banned several times from modifying the game. But those are just rumours, and I've seen him do some sus stuff in the game, like infinite sustain, which is insane, on like squishy builds as well. Maybe he's just better than me, I don't know. Keep the bitching to a minimum today. Because you're a Nightblade, you could also target other Nightblades, and for this you'll need Essence of Detection, because you don't want to play a cat and mouse game waiting for other people to come visible. What you want to do is hunt the Nightblades down and take them out that way. This build is just a prototype, so it's not like at its best that it could be. So I hope you all understand that and take it for just what it is. It's just a unique, interesting build that no one's really done, and it works pretty bleeding well, if I'm honest. Now, there is options. The Gladiator set is kind of a given, you need that set, but if you want to have something different, because you're going to be doing poison damage, maybe Deadly Strike, you can get this set from Brummer, which is here. There's a vendor on the left hand side flag. So what Deadly does, it increases your damage over times and channel abilities by 15%. It did used to be higher, I believe it used to be like 20 or 25%. So you could use that because it'll make your poison injection do actually more damage. So I will equip it and we'll see. Hopefully I've got them all. It'd be kind of awkward if I didn't. Ideally you want them all divine. Right, so let's take that off because I don't have a deadly on there. Right, so I have a deadly there, but it's not. It's not. Right, it's okay. Do this. So it's kind of mix and match. Right, so I'm missing one here. Shoot, Battleaxe. Damn it. Yeah, that's not going to work, so we'll just go back to what it were. Yeah, so I do actually really like this. I've just said this like 5 times now, but it's just super fun, and you get a bunch of AP. Like I say, in Battlegrounds, you can get 30 plus kills, and it's not even gold at that. But there are also other alternate sets. I only use Gladiator because the hold on, this one there. I only use Sheer Venom because the execute 6,000 damage over 6 seconds. Obviously that's just shot up because someone buffing me, I think. So my weapon damage should be higher as well. Yeah, but it's pretty simple. You can get Sheer Venom, I believe, from either White Gold Tower or... Is it White Gold Tower? Nope, it's the other one, Imperial City Prison, I think. Yeah, there we go, Imperial City Prison. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped. I hope you find the build interesting like I do, and see you in the battlefield. Laters.